studying about the unit 3, and it's about the information related to the employment. So we all know that employment is very important. Why it is important? Because we are involved in so many academic fields. We have got so many academic qualification, but that academic qualification should be used in somewhere to get the financial stability, to get the income from them, to earn our livelihood. So employment is very much important for us for earning our livelihood, either for making our life secure, either making our life financially stable. So for everything, employment opportunities are very important to us. And in this unit we'll be studying that what sort of institution are there which will be providing the employment opportunities to you. Suppose you have studied the higher level education, okay, suppose you have studied the bachelor's level or the master's levels of education, you have completed it, and after that you will be seeking for the job and opportunities, right? So for that job and opportunity, what sort of institution are there which will be providing you the job, which will be providing you the business idea, which will be providing you the job opportunities, which will be providing you the salary. So that sort of institution will be studying here. And since it is related to the career, so it is very important topic that you need to focus on, because after studying, only getting the education is not everything. Only getting the academic education, which are the theoretical based, up to now whatever we have learned, either in science, mathematics, or any subjects, so these are the theoretical based subjects, and what's their practical use will be teaching in this OBT class. Okay, so in this unit we'll be studying about the employment related to the foreign employment and the employment opportunities in our own country. So everything related to employment will be studying in this unit. And we'll be also studying about the nature of works, the type of worker, recruiting procedure. Procedure means the process of hiring the employee. Suppose a vacancy is opened in any institution and you will be applying for it, no? Suppose a school, suppose LFS is announcing a vacancy announcement, then there will be so many candidates who will be just applying for the teacher position there, position of the teacher, or the any vacancy applied. So what happens there? There will be some recruiting process, there will be some criteria of a school, and there will be some process through which the employees will be hired, through which the perfect candidate will be hired. Not that all the candidates who will be applying to the vacancy posted, they will be getting job. No, it's not like that. Only the selected person will be getting the job after completing all the recruiting process. That maybe will be the interview, that maybe will be the written examination, that maybe will be in the class observation. So that are the recruiting procedure. Okay, and so these are called the information related to employment, and there are various sources that are used to acquire the information related to the foreign employment. In this unit we'll be studying about the sources of information related to the foreign employment. So sources of information means what sort of institution are there which will be providing the foreign employment. Then after, ways of acquiring the information related to foreign employment, introduction to various media that will provide the information related to foreign employment. So this means what are the medium, either it will be the Google, either it will be the newspaper, or anything that will announce that the vacancy is there and you can apply for it. So that is the way of getting information. That is the medium through which we get the information of the vacancy posted in any sort of employment providers. Okay, and the basic information related to the foreign employment as well as the opportunities and challenges of the foreign employment. Now only getting the job is not okay. After getting job, what are your role, what are your actual job to do, and what are your opportunities there? Either your opportunities means the promotion and the salary increment, that will be the opportunities part, as well as the making the network, building up of a very good platform, so that will be the opportunities part. And the challenges part will be, will you be able to compete with the competitors or not in that job, and will you be able to complete your work on the right time given by your boss or not, or will you be able to just compete with the employment opportunities that happen given to you or not. So that will be the challenges related to the foreign employment, and we'll be studying so many different other challenges and opportunities which are related to the foreign employment. Foreign employment means employment which are provided in the foreign countries, where you can go to the foreign countries and you can just do your work and earn money. So that is the foreign employment. Okay, so the lesson 1 is about the sources of the information related to the foreign employment, and here we'll be studying about the foreign employment with examples. What sort of foreign employment are provided? Okay, we'll be studying about the examples of that. So similarly, because most of the people here in Nepal, we know that Vaideshik Rozgari is there, no? Vaideshik Rozgari is being in the increment order. What does that mean? That means Vaideshik Rozgari means foreign employment. Foreign employment is increasing day by day in Nepal. Why? Because there are less scope, there are less employment opportunities in Nepal, inside Nepal. So most of the young ones, most of the skilled manpower, they are seeking for the foreign countries to get the employment and to earn their livelihood. So this is one of the bad situation of Nepal, but let's hope for the improvement on your time. And we'll be also be familiar with the various sources of the information that is related to the foreign employment. And here is the introduction part. So why do people migrate? People migrate from one country to another country in search of jobs. And why they need jobs? They need jobs because to earn their livelihood, they need to earn money, and money they will be getting money only from the jobs, right? After doing some job, after doing some work only, they will be getting the money, and through that money we can earn our livelihood. We can just fulfill our demands. Yeah, so everything will be done through the money, and that is will be getting from the jobs. So they work in a foreign land according to their knowledge, skill and ability. This situation of the people is called engaging in foreign employment. So it's nothing. Engaging in foreign employment means if you have some skill and ability to do work, then you go to foreign countries and work in that foreign area and do some work for earning your livelihood. That is the engaging in foreign employment. So foreign employment refers to engaging in work in foreign land in order to generate income. So the most important priority to go to refer for the foreign employment is only to generate the income. Yes, in somehow in other cases, like if you are the skilled manpower, if you are the higher level manpower which are produced in Nepal only, but if you want to seek for the employment opportunity in the foreign country, then you will be hired. So you will be hired as a skilled manpower. In that context, it's not only about getting the money, it's not only about generating the income, it's also about the building the network and analyzing yourself, analyzing your skills in a global platform, in a worldwide platform. Okay, so in other words, the situation of the people getting employed by crossing the national boundary is called the foreign employment. For example, if people from Nepal go to different countries like America, Japan, Malaysia, etc. and employed there, then it is called the foreign employment. I hope this is very clear to you now. Whenever a person from one country, he travels to another country to earn the livelihood, to get some income, then that is known as the foreign employment. Okay, so here we have to understand that foreign employment and the student visa, you have also notice that so many students, while they go to Australia, they will just earn money. So is that also the foreign employment? No, it's not considered as a foreign employment. Okay, so it's considered as the foreign education. Actually, when the people, when the students travel to Australia or America to just study, but they will also side by side they will be also working there. So it's not the foreign employment, actually it's the foreign education for getting the higher and quality education. But foreign employment only refers to generating income only, not the study, not for the any academic purpose. Okay, so here various foreign organization and companies and institution business person demand the human resources from Nepal with the permission of the Nepal government, and they will provide information related to the required number of workers, the nature of profession, required qualification, working and paying system, etc. So this means that whenever the suppose you have hard or not, but most of the countries from Dubai, okay, from Qatar, they will be announcing the vacancy, and they will be announcing like we need suppose 100 workers and who will be working in the field of hotel management, or we need 1000 workers who will be in who will be just working in the field of kitchen, okay, kitchen department. So like that type of thing, it will be announced in the vacancy. That means it is said that the number of workers means 1000. If the vacancy announcement is done for the 1000 workers, then that will be the number of workers. And nature of profession means, since in the vacancy announcement it is said that they will be working in the kitchen department, that means of the hotel management field. So that will be the nature of profession and the required qualification. And in that vacancy announcement they will also mention about the required qualification for that purpose, maybe the SE passed, maybe SLC passed. So they will be mentioning the required qualification also, and only those candidates who have passed their SE examination, they are able to apply for this profession. And the working and paying system, working system means to how much time you have to work, to how much hour you have to work every day. Suppose it may be for 8 hours, it may be for 12 hours. And how the paying system will be done, that means either the paying system will be done on the basis of hour or on the basis of month, okay, so or on the basis of week also it is done. So it depends upon the different sort of vacancy announced. So it will not be same for all sort of vacancy announcement. And this is very important thing. While we read the vacancy announcement, these things are very important to be noticed. That is the number of workers needed, the nature of profession, what sort of profession that the vacancy is announcing for, the required qualification, and the working and paying system. So that all things we need to know while demanding the manpower, okay. And in this connection, various manpower companies, agents and Nepali workers, they will be asking for the foreign employment. So they will just go, the Nepalese people will just apply for the foreign employment, and if they are qualified, then they will be given the job opportunities, and they can go to Qatar or Dubai or any country, and they can work and they can earn money. So that is the main theme of the foreign employment. And foreign employments demand various information related to employees. That means if you are applying for foreign countries, then you will not be getting the job automatically. You have to do something. You have to provide some information related to your academic background, related to your experience, okay. So everything that you need to mention it, and that we call it a curriculum vitae, that is CV, in which you will be including your knowledge here, okay. In that CV you will be including your knowledge, your skill in which you are perfect, okay. Suppose if the company is hiring a hotel manager, then you need to have the skill of managing capability, no. So that sort of skill you have or not, you have to mention it. Ability is also similar. Then training, for hotel management training, so many trainings are provided in Nepal also. So many hospitality trainings are provided, and managerial trainings are provided. So such type of trainings you have attended or not. So that sort of things you have to mention in the CV of every employees. You need to mention it. If you are an employee and you wanna get employment in foreign opportunities, then you have to mention this knowledge, skill, ability and training in your CV. And in context of Nepal, there are various private manpower companies which has got responsibility of selecting required human resources for foreign employment. Now, from where you will get the chance to apply for the foreign employment? You will be getting the chance through the help of manpower companies. Understood? Manpower companies means, manpower means human resources. Companies, it's only the company which will provide the human resources to get an opportunity to work in the foreign employment in the foreign country. So under the government rules and regulation, they provide various information to the workers on the behalf of foreign employers and send workers in the respective countries. So from here we can see that these manpower companies, they are under the rules and regulation of government of Nepal. And if they have announced any sort of vacancy announcement, suppose if a country like Qatar is announcing any vacancy announcement, then that vacancy announcement will be that information will be distributed to all the people in Nepal through the manpower companies. Okay, through the manpower companies it will be distributed, and after that the people who gets the information, they will apply for the employment opportunities, and that application will be withdrawn by the that application will be collected by the manpower companies, and then after either they are eligible or not. Okay, so either that candidates are eligible for that particular job or not, they will be analyzing, and then after they will be sending the workers who are eligible to their country, to the Qatar. So it may be Qatar, it may be Dubai, any country, so no matter, but they are responsible for it. Who? The manpower companies. Okay, and but sometimes the foreign employers directly select the required manpower for their need. So this means while searching in the Google also, you can do one thing. In website, there are so many social websites. If you go and search as like foreign employment opportunities in Dubai, foreign employment opportunities in America, so if you go and type like that, then so many things will come, so many information will come there, and there it may be written as the employment opportunities in America, apply for it. So in that context, you can also directly apply. Okay, foreign employers, they will just announce the vacancy announcement in their own website, and through that website, if you have gone through that website and if you see the vacancy announcement, then you can apply for it, and that will be the direct employment opportunities. Okay, so that in that condition the manpower companies have no any role, they do not need to be there. Okay, so okay, and the various agencies in Nepal which provide the different information related to the foreign employment are briefly described. So what are they? Here the first is the Department of Foreign Employment, the very first institution which will be providing the information about the foreign employment, like यति जना कामदार मागेको छ. So that sort of thing will be announced, that sort of information will be provided by the Vaideshik Rozgar Vibhag, okay, which is known as the Department of Foreign Employment, and it's under the rules and regulation of Nepal government. So it was established under the Ministry of Labor of Nepal government. Ministry of Labor means, do you know anyone? Ministry of Labor means? Okay, keep on searching about it. So it performs tasks related to the foreign employment. Basically, it works. Its work are related to the labor permission, labor insurance, labor contract, contract renew, etc. So what does it mean? Labor permission, labor insurance, labor contract, contract renew means, labor means mazdoor. Okay, they are the workers. Labor means workers. So what happens is that whenever you have to apply for the foreign employment, then you have to get the permission, that is the work permit. This labor permission means work permit. You have to get the permission from the Nepal government that you are eligible to work for the foreign countries. Okay, so that sort of things you need to get from the government of Nepal. Then after, it will also provide the insurance facility, because while going into the foreign employment, there may be the risks of getting any sort of damage in our body. So basically the insurance is to be done. Okay, so labor insurance is necessary. Then after, contract. So contract means to how much years or to how much month you are going for, you are getting that job for. Suppose the contract may be of 2 years, and after 2 years you have to be back to the country itself. So that sort of contract. And the contract renew means, suppose you got the employment opportunities for 2 years, and after 2 years also your work are appreciated there, so you have to renew your contract. So that will be also done by the Department of Foreign Employment. Besides, it keeps the record of the foreign employees and sticks the sticker on the employee's passport. That means whenever you go to foreign country for the foreign employment, some sort of a sticker will be pasted in your passport, and then after, whenever by the help of that sticker, it will be recognized that in which country you have gone. Okay, so that is the main theme of sticking the sticker in the passport of the employee. And people can get the required information related to the foreign employment from the Department of Foreign Employment. Okay, another will be Ministry of Labor of Government of Nepal. So this will be also the government body that will be providing the information and notices about the foreign employment and employers. Suppose if the country like UAE or Dubai we call it, Dubai, Qatar, Malaysia. Okay, so most of the vacancy are announced from those sort of country. Nowadays we can see the vacancy announced from Canada, from America also. So that sort of employment opportunities, that information and notices will be provided through the Ministry of Labor of Government of Nepal. Okay, and they will also provide the notices regarding the number of employees. Again, we have already discussed about it. Number of employees means how much employees that employer has demanded, that foreign countries have announced the vacancy announcement. So in that vacancy announcement, how much employees are needed, so that will be also the notice which will be provided by the Ministry of Labor of Government of Nepal. And the nature of the employment required and the training for the employees. That means what sort of training is required for getting that foreign employment will also be provided by the Ministry of Labor of Government of Nepal. And the human resources organization and the institution. The human resources organization and the institution provide the required information to the interested candidate related to the foreign employment. The interested foreign employees should gather the information about the sector of employment, working system, paying system, facilities, etc. before going into the foreign employment. So if you are seeking for going into the foreign country to get the job and opportunities, then the very first thing that you need to keep in the mind is that what are the working system there. Will you be able to work in that condition? Will you be able to work in that paying system? Will you be able to work in that facilities provided? Because in most of the cases the facilities are very minimum, and the working system, it may last up to 16 hours to 14 hours, okay, more than that also. So paying system will maybe less also. So that sort of things you need to focus at first before jumping into the foreign employment. Understood? That means if you are seeking for the foreign employment, first of all know about the working system, to how much time you have to work, how much you will be getting the paid, how much amount of money you will be getting paid for that particular time, And what are the facilities that you will be getting? You will be getting the accommodation facility or not? You will be getting the fooding and lodging facility or not? So that sort of thing you need to know before jumping into the foreign employment. And of course, while going to the foreign employment, you'll be earning a lot of money. So most of the people, they are just happy to go to the foreign employment opportunities rather than to stay in Nepal and to earn less money. Okay, the job of the human resources organization and institution is to inform and notify the human resources related to various aspects of the foreign employment through the various public media like newspaper, television, radio, etc. As I said, television, newspaper, radio, these all are the sources of the information, sources of they are the medium through which the information are distributed to the human resources. Because in most of the cases, everywhere net will not be available. If you talk about Rolpa, Jumla, yeah, so those sort of areas, the net may not be properly available there. Still there are some villages where those sort of things are very limited, where these newspaper, television, these are very limited, and only thing is that radio is the only communication medium which are available in most of the villages of Nepal. So radio can be one of the very good medium for the communication, for transmitting the information, and those sort of information will be related to this human resources and related to this foreign employment will be transmitted through the help of this radio medium all over the Nepal. And through the newspaper also it can be done, through television also it can be done. And you can see that most of the people, if they are from the village area, then they don't know to story that newspaper, they don't know how to find out the vacancy announcement, right? So it will be difficult for them. So in that context, television and radio can work very nicely, because television and radio, they will be speaking, no, they will be speaking, and while speaking they can catch up whatever they are saying, whatever the radio jockey, that is the radio presenter or the television presenter are speaking about, they can catch up that. So besides that, they conduct the various awareness program, meetings, conferences, etc. to make the foreign employees well informed and aware regarding the foreign employment. That means whenever you have to go to the foreign employment, whenever you seek for the foreign employment opportunities, you need to know, you need to be very aware about the challenges and the risks there. Challenges may be like the differences in the culture, yeah, right, differences in the language. So whenever you have the difference in the language and you don't know to speak their language, then it will be a major problem for most of the people, for most of the employees. So that is the major challenge. And the training institution, which are the institutions that will be providing the training opportunities. So these are the institutions which are established to prepare the skilled manpower by providing them the required knowledge, skill and training for the foreign employment. They conduct various training programs according to the need, interest and ability of manpower. Such trainings are conducted at the cost of free or at certain cost. Okay, sometimes it will be of free, sometimes it will be of certain costs that have to be paid. Besides conducting training, this institution conduct counseling program and also provide various information regarding the documentations of the employees. So the documentation of the employees means this training institution, first of all, they will be providing the training regarding any sort of skills. Suppose if you are going for the barista training, okay, suppose if you are going for the foreign employment opportunities and you will be working as a coffee maker there, then what happens? You need to know how the coffee is to be made in the machines, right? Because there are so many technological development nowadays that coffee are to be made in different sort of designs through the help of that different sort of machines and technology. So what happens? You need to know how to use that machines. So that sort of training will be provided by the training institution, and either it will be, sometime it will be free of cost also, sometime it will be charging some amount of money. And also it will be helping you to make the documentation ready. Documentation means your academic certificates, right, your training certificate, your skill certificates. So those sort of certificates, how it should be arranged and how it should be provided to the foreign employers, they will be helping institution, this training institution will be helping in that sort of documentation. And the counseling institution. Now counseling means for going into the foreign employment, you just don't have the idea where to go, where to reside, where to get the taxi from, and in which area to go. So everything needs to be understood. So that understanding, that sort of things will be provided by the counseling institution. And it will also provide the information about the human resources. It will also provide the information about the advantages, disadvantages, challenges, what are the risks involved in that, and what are the better opportunities that you can get from the foreign employment. Okay, so that's all the things that will be covered by the counseling institutions. And beside that, they conduct various informative programs related to the documentation, visa process, code of conduct of the worker. What does this mean now? Okay, code of conduct means the rules and regulations that the workers need to know while working there. Suppose if a foreign employer is announcing a vacancy announcement, this is very very important. Okay, this is the this code of conduct is very very important in the examination point of view, also in your career point of view also it is very important. Code of conduct means, suppose a employer from Dubai is announcing a vacancy announcement that Dubai, any company in Dubai, they needs the 100 workers working in the field of hotel management. And while working in the hotel management, they need to work for 8 hours and they will be paid $100 per hour. Suppose, okay, they will be paid $100 per hour. Then what happens is that there will be written certain code of conduct, like after getting the employment opportunities, those workers should not work the part-time in any sort of institution. So that will be the code of conduct. If any worker, suppose you are selected, suppose Zubin is selected to the foreign employment opportunities, okay, and what happens, Zubin goes to Dubai and he will be working in the hotel management field and he will be earning, as mentioned in the vacancy announcement, he will be earning $100 per hour. But except that also, he wanted to work in a part-time job and to earn more, he wanted to earn more there. So what happens here now? He is violating the code of conduct. He is violating the rules and regulation of the worker. So that is the very very important thing. And if you violate, you will be charged with the rules and regulation under the government of Dubai and under the government of Nepal. So everything, you will be getting the punishment there. So it's very important to know the code of conduct of the workers. And they also conduct the awareness program related to the challenges, the risks of foreign employment and their solution. In this regard, they spread the information through the newspaper, electronic media and website. Most of the cases in Nepal, newspapers and radio, these are the various important source of information medium through which the information are transmitted. And the website for the foreign organization now. Okay, this is another very important topic, from where you can get the idea of the foreign employment. There are so many websites. These are the main sources of the foreign employment. Different countries provide the information regarding their required manpower through the website of their own companies. As I have said before also, if Dubai have to announce something, okay, if the company in a Dubai, suppose there is a big star company in a Dubai and that big star company will be announcing a vacancy announcement through its own website, there will be www.bigstar.com. So that will be the website, and through that website it will be announcing like we need 1,000 number of workers, and that 1,000 number of workers will be paid $100 per hour. So we need certain workers from Nepal, we need certain workers from other countries. So they will be announcing a vacancy announcement like that. Okay, and it will be through the website only. So you can, if you go through the direct website, then you can do the direct communication with the foreign employers, and no need of the manpower companies in this context. But if you don't know the website, if you don't know how to visit the website and how to get the employment opportunities, then you have to seek for the manpower help for the manpower companies, and the manpower companies will help you to get the job that you are wanting for. Okay, that is the main theme of this website of the foreign organizations. So authentic website of foreign organization and institution will provide the required information related to their employment system to the interested manpower. This means that website can provide the information directly to the human resources, or that organization can directly provide the information to the manpower companies also. Okay, it depends upon the what sort of vacancy announcement is done. Okay, so this was all about the foreign employment opportunities and how we will be getting the information about the foreign employment. If the vacancy is open, then how should you apply for the vacancy announcement. I hope you are very clear with the institution and the sources of information through which you can get the information about the foreign employment. If you have any question, then you can raise your question now.